been happening for weeks, or maybe I should say even for a month. This right rabbit has been getting attention during commercial time with the WWE. What exactly does this mean? Is this going to be a possible return for Bray Wyatt or somebody else? This really is triggering on Bray Wyatt. So let's dig down into the rabbit hole to see what we can actually see with the last couple of weeks with mysterious codes appearing up. The Q and R codes, I probably should say. Okay, so this Q&R code came up a couple of weeks ago. This was one of the first times I've actually caught it on TV, but this was really hard to get at the right time and right moment. These Q&R cards are really hard to get. You have to be quick. But as you can see, this one is quite obvious. It's right there in the front of the table. And this one actually leads you to a right rabbit maze, as you can see right here. Which you see in the direct middle of this whole maze thing. You see like a portal door leading you outside of this maze and into a different universe. So what happens in this case, you have to see those flames there. You see the right rabbit over there to the front entrance where that gap is. You have to guide that rabbit to the portal door, and once you actually do, you get more information leading on who this person actually is. Everybody really anticipates it may be Bray Wyatt, but it could be also different clues this as well too. Might be what actually be leading into this White Rabbit case. Will this White Rabbit actually be revealed at Extreme Rules? Okay, so let's go to another Q&R code here. This was 2 weeks ago on Raw, and we happened to get this one. I believe this was one that came up after Dominic Mysterio came out after the Judgment Day came to the ring. But this one also was flat, right looking right in front of you. It just flashed. It just like seemed like something went wrong, but we got this Q&R code. If you can once again get on the target, once again, these are really hard to get, but leading off to this Q&R was this message of who killed the world? You did. Feed your head. So what does this actually all mean? I did get the Q&R code from a while back ago. The Q&R code went to a Heyman sword, and once you had to spell "you did," that's what the code was. You did. So what does this "you did" actually mean? Feed your head. When I first hear about feed your head, if you guys can go back a while ago when Bray Wyatt was actually in, he brought a head out, believe it or not, a head as a lantern, and that's kind of how I would see feed your head. And you killed the world. That kind of links off to Randy Orton a little bit, but I all this really goes back on Bray Wyatt. I think Aleister Black for a second, and other people just as well too, just like Karrion Kross. But I would feel Karrion Kross already had his intro, and he's doing a good job carrying out his story once again, and carrying his story off with Drew McIntyre. But before I go to the next QR code, I'm not going to do this my whole entire segment, but I just want to point things out to see who is actually is. Do you guys out there actually think it's Bray Wyatt? I think it is, but we got a little hint into that poster, which was taken away from String Worlds, the little sign with his lantern in the back. But I also want to point something else out too, because everyone's pointing out with the guys. What about the ladies? I also did want to point this out too, because I don't know if Alexa Bliss has anything to do with this White Rabbit, but with the lights going down like this, it seems like this might be on the same issue of the White Rabbit. And we all know how Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt had a history in the past. And you know that incident, what happened at WrestleMania with this whole thing being over. But is it over? That's the big question. We know Alexa Bliss went to see counseling, and you know she still has Lily at her side. Sometimes she doesn't bring her out the ring, but most of the time it seems like it does. But this is really the big question. What do you guys think, WWE fans? Do you have any clue that Alexa Bliss might be involved with this White Rabbit? Because this, again, I said Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt have history. What if they bring that back once again? Is that possible? Anything's possible here in the WWE. I just want to show you these lights, what I saw a commercial break a couple weeks ago on Raw. Do you think these lights are the same case when the lights go off? Do you think they're actually the same color like this? I think these might be a little bright actually. This Q&R code is the most recent one, which happened on SmackDown, of course, right after we saw the Karrion Kross promo match, why he explained why he attacked Drew McIntyre, which, by the way, I thought that was a really good promo, what they did there. What do you guys think about that? But anyways, this is the most recent one. If you were to, once again, click on this, you would actually get sent to a video this time of the 3 picks. So you see the three pigs, and we also see the big bad wolf this as well too. So it's almost like a scene of this movie they're trying to make off the Winnie the Pooh movie, Blood and Honey situation. But because it looked, the wolf looked pretty scary, I gotta say. And I think this is really hinting on a lot of things here. But once again, I feel this is really hinting at Bray Wyatt. But if you go on the bottom of the screen this as well too, you see the white rabbit. I couldn't actually get it to work, but I learned that if you click on the white rabbit, it didn't work for me for some reason. That also gets you off to another link showing hints once again, information, codes, and everything. And how long is this stuff actually going to last, do you actually think? Will we actually see sign of Bray Wyatt at Streamworld? That's the big question out of all this. I'm going to give you those QR codes once again. If you would like to, you could try to see if your phone will actually work with these QR codes. The one with the announcer table may be more difficult, but if you try these other ones I'm giving you right now, you could click on your TV and actually check it yourself and see what I've been actually talking about here throughout this whole video. You can use your Apple TV or what you're using right now and actually pause it yourself. That way you can have the liberty of actually giving you more time than you actually get on Air TV, of course, because they don't give you much time. They try to play a little game with you, and I actually think it's fun. I feel the WWE's creative team is actually doing a really good job with this white rabbit situation. But other than that, I'm going to start wrapping things up. There's a lot going on with the WWE universe right now, especially with this white rabbit situation. It's fun and games. And like I said, it's a great idea what they have done with this. And everything's really pointing at, of course, Bray Wyatt. So if you think it's somebody else like Karrion Kross, or maybe for that sake, Alexa Bliss being involved with this, leave some comments down below. Love to see what you guys say. But other than that, my name is Ryan. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for more wrestling talk. See you guys later. Bye.